How attractive men start conversations that create deep connections. Have you ever felt lost when trying to start a conversation with someone you really like? Or perhaps you've noticed that your interactions end up being superficial, lacking the connection you desire? If you are a man between 25 and 45 years old looking for meaningful relationships, this video is for you. Today, we will explore how attractive men manage not only to start dialogues but also to create deep and authentic bonds with women. Many men face the challenge of superficiality in their interactions. At parties, dates, or even in work environments, it is common to feel insecure when trying to strike up a conversation. This insecurity can lead to dialogues that do not go beyond the trivial, such as, "Hi, how are you?" or "What's your name?" But the truth is that, to build meaningful relationships, it is essential to overcome these challenges and learn to communicate more effectively. A deep connection is one that goes beyond the surface, where two people feel comfortable sharing their experiences, dreams, and vulnerabilities. Studies show that effective communication not only improves the quality of relationships but also increases emotional satisfaction. To illustrate this, think of the story of a friend who, after learning to ask more meaningful questions, was able to transform his interactions. He went from superficial conversations to dialogues that really mattered, creating bonds that lasted. Now, let's move on to the practical strategies you can use to initiate dialogues that generate deep connections. The first strategy is to ask meaningful questions. Instead of asking, "What do you do?" try something like, "What was the most transformative experience of your life?" Open-ended questions like this encourage deeper responses and help create a meaningful dialogue environment. Remember, the goal is to make the other person feel comfortable sharing. The second strategy is to listen actively. Active listening means paying full attention to what the other person is saying, without thinking about your response while they speak. This is crucial for building connections. Show that you are really listening with nods, summaries, and follow-up questions. For example, if she shares an experience, you might say, "That's amazing. How did you feel in that situation?" This practice not only shows that you care but also encourages the other person to open up even more. The third strategy is to share personal experiences. When you share a personal story, you create a space for empathy and connection. For example, if the conversation is about travel, you can talk about a trip that had a significant impact on your life. This not only makes the conversation more interesting but also shows vulnerability, which can be a strength in interactions. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest obstacles many men face, the fear of rejection. This fear can be paralyzing and often prevents you from starting meaningful conversations. It is important to remember that rejection is a natural part of life. Instead of seeing it as a failure, view it as a learning opportunity. Each interaction is a chance to grow and improve your communication skills. To overcome the fear of rejection, start taking risks. Try to initiate conversations with people you normally wouldn't approach. Remember that each attempt is an opportunity to become more confident. And even if you face rejection, use it as a learning experience. Ask yourself what you could have done differently and how you can improve next time. Resilience is key to building better interactions in the future. Throughout this video, we discussed the importance of starting dialogues that generate deep connections. We learned to ask meaningful questions, listen actively, and share personal experiences. Now, it's time to put these strategies into practice. I encourage you to try these techniques in your daily interactions. You will be surprised by the difference it can make. Now, let's explore the importance of context in conversations. The environment in which you start a dialogue can greatly influence the quality of the interaction. For example, a quiet cafe may be more conducive to a deep conversation than a noisy party. By choosing the right location, you can facilitate a more meaningful connection. Additionally, be attentive to the emotional state of the other person. If they seem busy or distracted, it may be better to wait for a more appropriate moment to start the conversation. Another important aspect is body language. The way you present yourself physically can impact how people perceive you. Maintain an open posture, make eye contact, and smile genuinely. These nonverbal cues convey confidence and interest, creating a more welcoming environment for conversation. Also, pay attention to the other person's body language. This can give you clues about how they are feeling and whether they are open to connecting. Let's also talk about the importance of timing in conversations. Knowing when to start a dialogue is just as crucial as what you say. Sometimes, the right moment can be when the other person is going through an emotional experience, such as a victory or a challenge. Seizing these moments can lead to deeper and more meaningful conversations. Be aware of what is happening around you and use it to your advantage. Last but not least, let's discuss the importance of being authentic. People are drawn to those who are genuine and true. Don't be afraid to show who you really are. This doesn't mean you should overshare, but being honest about your intentions and feelings can create a safe space for the other person to open up as well. Authenticity is the key to building lasting connections. Throughout this video, we discussed the importance of starting dialogues that generate deep connections. We learned to ask meaningful questions, listen actively, and share personal experiences. Now, it's time to put these strategies into practice. I encourage you to try these techniques in your daily interactions. You will be surprised by the difference it can make. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share your experiences in the comments. Let's build deeper connections together. Thank you for watching, and I hope you continue your journey of learning about communication and relationships. In the next video, we will explore more tips on how to keep conversations interesting and engaging. See you then.